All right, we're in our boiler room still here. We got some new toys here this year. We got 10-inch D&G presses. Now, we had 10-inch presses before, but not this many plates. And you say, well, why are you using a 10? You know, why don't you just use the 20 or the 15 like most of the larger producers do? Well, we're kind of not a large producer. We're going to be about 17,000 taps this year. And you say, oh, well, that's pretty large. Yeah, it is, I suppose, if you had 100. But you need 20, 25,000, and you need to be making a lot more syrup in a day to really utilize the capacities of the 15 and the 20-inch presses. Now, we could have done it. Obviously, we could have. And we could have short banked it a lot of times. But there are a couple reasons why we stuck with the 10s. And we have made 500 gallons already this year, so we did get to test these already and play with them. These banks, the banks on these are a very nice size. You know, it's 2-inch. They hold plenty of DEs, plenty of stuff. There's plenty of stuff in there. Papers, okay, 10-inch papers. All the companies have 10-inch papers. 10-inch papers are easy to get, and they're relatively inexpensive. Okay, you say, oh well, you're using more 10-inch papers than you would in a 15-inch press. Not really, because if you look at the square inches and the press capacity and everything, it's kind of the same. As far as how many papers you're going to use in a year, you know, but the papers are so much more money for the 15 and 20-inch presses that it doesn't even make sense. Now, also, easeability of cleaning. You know, I can pick this up full. My wife can pick this up full. My 8-year-old son could pick that up when it's full. Dump it in a pail and get rid of it. Those are 6-gallon pails, by the way. You get to a 15-inch and a 20-inch press, you need a wheelbarrow. You might even need 2 guys or a crane on the ceiling to pick the darn things up. A lot of guys don't even pick them up. Some guys just take them apart and wash them right there with a hose and get a big mess of earth and syrup every which way. I've seen it done different ways in sugar houses, and I cannot seem to come up with a way that's perfect with those big presses. Now, when you're a big operation, you know, running 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 taps, something like that, you know, that's just part of the game. There's going to be messes like that need to be cleaned. And, you know, the cost effectiveness of the papers and all that doesn't really equate because they need to pump so much syrup at once. And we go high concentrate, as you saw in maybe one of my other videos. We're going 20, 22, 25, 27. We even done 30 a few times on our 6x16 evaporator. And, you know, our target is 100 gallons an hour to do 100 gallons an hour. A lot of times we're over that. Sometimes we're under that. And, you know, we really need to be filling these totes in one shot, in one day at least, you know, not multiple days to fill that. And that's a 350 gallon tote. So, you know, basically what I'm saying is when we boil, we really only make 350 gallons or maybe 400 gallons a day. Now, we have had big days where we've made 800, but generally it doesn't quite work out like that. We don't have enough sap. So one of these presses will basically do 200 gallons, maybe 250, maybe even 300 if it's really good sap in the middle of the season. You know, so to run these 2 presses and clean these 2 presses, really easy compared to a 15 or 20 inch. Just for us in our situation, this is the way to go for us. We do have it plumbed up so you know you can switch back and forth with the air pump, and you can use both of them. You can use one of them. We also have a quick connect here, so we can just pump out our draw off tank and pump it into the other pan, and just use the pump, not use the press. And I just think that the 10-inch press is just really just an optimum size for